Hi everyone, it's been a while and I just want to say that I miss all of you very much and hopefully we can all be in the same room together again very soon, God willing. And today for Turning the Tide, I just wanted to reflect briefly on God's timing because even before all of this coronavirus stuff happened, I feel like a lot of things in my life kind of just happened all at once. Started just within like the last 6 weeks, like maybe 2 months. Not all bad things, like a couple good things, but just, I mean, still like a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to sort through, to deal with other people. It was life situation at home, at work, with colleagues and everything, and it was just very stressful. Yeah, a lot of things to deal with at once, and for a few weeks it was really overwhelming. And actually, the Thursday before my office shut down, I had a talk with my boss, and all I said was, I'm going through a lot of things right now, and I'm gonna need some time off. It was the weekend before St. Patrick's Day, so I was like, I'll take the long weekend, I'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll see where we go from there. But I was really concerned that I was gonna have to take just like a bit of time away from work, and he was very understanding, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I wasn't in on the Friday, and then the next week the coronavirus got really crazy and everything just shut down. And I mean, obviously there's never a good time, it's not a good thing that everything is shut down, but from my perspective, if there were a time for everything to just stop, it was now. And I just couldn't help but seeing the silver lining in that. I didn't even have to take time off. I could still work from home, but not have to be around my colleagues, and just have a bit of peace, and also had time to have a very hard conversation with my flatmate, and just spend some time on that, and also just time to like step back and think and pray, and even just like sit in silence for like 20 minutes at a time, because that just like hadn't really happened in like months, and that made a big difference for me. And another thing that it also brought to me in those very difficult weeks was that it made me realize how much of a support system I have that I don't think I fully realized before. Not just in my parents, even though they live very far away, but also in family that I have nearby, in neighbors, in old neighbors that I don't even live near anymore. They called to like check up on me, like a cousin like in Tullamore randomly texted and said like, hey, how are you doing? Friends near, friends far. Yeah, just a lot of people who I just didn't fully realize how much they care about me and how much they support me. And I think that was a big wake-up call for me as well. So I definitely think it's actually, even though it's been very isolating, in a way it's also been very solidifying for my support system here, and that's actually been really good. So I think we just need to take this time to, as everyone keeps saying, like, take a step back, just find where we're at, find a bit of peace, and to take the opportunity to try and connect with those people around us, or those people who we haven't maybe connected with in a while. And yeah, just take the time to think and to pray and to work through anything that we've maybe been putting off for a while. And one thing that, or actually a couple things that I want to leave with you. One is an Audrey Assad song. It's called Be Thou My Vision, and I think it has actually like Celtic inspiration in the lyrics or something, because my friend told me about it. But it's not a new song, it's an old song. It came out several years ago, but it was when I was in college, and I didn't have time or attention for anything outside of college at that point, so I didn't even know that she had 3 new albums, and I actually found it like a month ago. I listened to it, and this song, it just helped me through some really hard times, so I will leave a link for that to you, and I just think it's really beautiful. And another is a Bible verse that my aunt actually sent to me when I was telling her about all the stuff going on at work and how overwhelmed I was. And it's Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13, and it says, "Therefore take the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand," or some translations say to hold your ground. And basically it means that once you do everything that you can do, whether you have to speak up, whether you have to fight, whatever it is, at the end of the day, once you've done everything that you're capable of doing, then all you can do is just stand and just hold your ground and just trust that God will do the rest. And I thought that was really beautiful and very reassuring that things will get to a certain point where you've done everything, and at that point it's out of your hands. And not to say that I'm not going to worry anyway, but that there's not much point in worrying after that. So I found that very comforting as well in these times. And the last thing, if you need something lighthearted and fun, I listened to a Catholic podcast called The Crunch, and it was actually started by a very good friend of mine who, he's like my brother, we've been friends for years, and he went to Franciscan University of Steubenville and is now youth minister in, I think, like Pennsylvania or something, and his co-host is a Focus missionary in Oklahoma, and they have like a Catholic comedy podcast. They post it once a week, and it's really fun to listen to. Also just like very informative and about like current events and things, and yeah, just something fun. So if you need something to like binge listen to while you're stuck at home, I would definitely recommend it. So I just want to pray really quickly with everyone. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear God, please be with everybody in these very difficult times. Please grant them some quiet and some peace. Please give them the strength to do everything that they are capable of doing, to work towards your will, to do your will in this world, to work for the better good of everyone, and after that, to just strike away all of our worries and all of our fears, and just help us to trust in you, and in your timing, and in your plan, that you know exactly what you're doing, even when we don't. And please grant comfort and healing to all those who are suffering in this time, and who have lost loved ones. We ask this through your Blessed Mother. Amen. Alright, have a good day, everybody.